Good work at Vatican. Jorol is quite pleased with the information now coming in about the site. There is another predicament, which I believe you can also help resolve, if you feel ready for it. You become more valuable to the Guild with each passing day. The Guild wishes to reward that, and so you are raised to the rank of Conjurer. Accept these robes and wear them with pride. Are you prepared to begin your next task for the Guild? Excellent. You have become most reliable, and I assure you that the Council appreciates it. Now, to the matter at hand. In order to deal with the apparent growing problem of necromancers in Cyrodiil, the Council needs as much information as possible. The Mystic Archives have been consulted with minimal success. Guild members are investigating other avenues, but I believe more can be learned here. What little we know makes no sense in a larger context. For example, why was Falcar, who we know now to be part of this cult of necromancers, in possession of black soul gems?
Because he's a necromancer.
The Archmage has other reports of these gems being associated with necromancers, but we do not know why. We don't even know what they do. We have overlooked these questions because we are so focused on rooting out the necromancers as quickly as possible. I'd like you to speak with Tarmina at the Mystic Archives. She is our specialist on Magica Arcana and has been helping gather information. I believe we have been asking her the wrong questions, taxing her too much with vague attempts to make sense of all that we know. Speak with her specifically about these black soul gems, if she knows anything about their powers or creation. An insight into their origins may lead us to those who are responsible for them. Her expertise in arcane knowledge and lore could be invaluable to us if we can make proper use of it. She can likely be found in the archives now, poring through materials on necromancy. She stops only to sleep at the Archmage's request. Report back as soon as you can.
Greetings, wizard.
This is episode 35. And that's all I have to say. What were we doing? I don't know. It's been like a week since I last played this game. I should probably get on a more coherent schedule with playing this game because I forget. Everything that happens. So we know Tarmina from the main quest line.
I don't have time to help you now.
Yes, you actually do.
Look, if you're here for information, I'm afraid you'll have to find it on your own. I'm swamped right now, up to my ears in necromancy. Not practicing it, mind you. Wouldn't want anyone to think I was involved in that sort of thing. I simply meant researching it. Why? Why? Oh, no real reason. It's just that the entire Council of Mages has been in here at one time or another recently, all wanting information on necromancers. Necromancy, of all things.
I was sent to see you, Tarmina.
Oh, of course you were. No doubt the Council is trying to get you to bother me further. I ran Karanya out of here just a short while ago and told them to leave me alone. I keep telling them I can't produce results if I'm not given any time. I'm not used to working under conditions like this.
I'm here to help, Tarmina.
Help? No offense, but I don't see how you can do that. Unless you'd like to take some of this work off my shoulders, I'm beyond helping.
Same.
But I do appreciate the sentiment. If there's anything specific you need, that may be more reasonable than just asking me about necromancers.
Tell me about black soul gems.
Now that is a bit more specific. Finally, something I can respond to. Let me think for a moment. Ah, yes, there's one obscure text that references these gems. I believe it's still around here someplace, unless Falkar never returned it. The name of the book is Necromancer's Moon. I'm unclear on the origins of the text, but it does involve these gems you're interested in. I'm afraid you'll have to find it yourself. I'm so out of sorts with all these requests, I've lost track of most everything. It's very distressing. The Mystic Archives have a large collection of books. Look around, and you may learn a thing or two. I believe you'll find it quite helpful. Once you've had a chance to read it, I'd be happy to discuss it with you. Why all the fuss now? I thought it would have died down by now, what with the ban on the practice of necromancy and the guild being in place for as long as it has. And yet, suddenly everyone shows up on my doorstep, needing information immediately. Never mind that I might have things on my own to work on. The Mages Guild runs more or less like it always did, but we lost quite a few members when the practice of necromancy was banned.
Little sketch.
Goodbye.
Okay. So, wait.
Greetings, Guild.
What else am I supposed to do? I need to look for it in the Mystic Archives. Oh, good thing it's right there. I found the book Necromancer's Moon and should be taking it to Raminis Polis after consulting Tarmina. Already 7.
Greetings, Guild.
Well met.
So, getting Oblivion, just focusing on Oblivion's getting a little dull, so I might actually be starting another Let's Play soon. That's not just... See, I was thinking maybe Left 4 Dead 2, or maybe even redo the Left 4 Dead 1 gameplay just with commentary. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. I've also been thinking of starting Fallout 3 just because it would seem adjacent to do Fallout 3 at the same time as Oblivion, since they both came out around the same time and by the same company. Yeah, I don't know. These are just ideas. Because it would be nice to record something that just isn't Oblivion or Gary's mod. So,
Greetings, Guildmaid.
we're supposed to talk to this guy.
Has Tarmina been of use in gathering information about the necromancers?
Kinda.
Excellent work. I believe this will be of use to the Council. I shall make sure they're made aware of its contents. I've never heard of this Shade of the Revenant. Some sort of celestial phenomenon? If that's correct, then Bothil would most likely know something about it, as the caretaker of the orrery. She should be on university grounds.
Imperial Orrery. That...
Have a look around. A most fascinating contraption. Bothil is one of the few who understands how it worked and kept it running. A most fascinating... Be seeing you.
Hello there. Is there something I can do for you? I've heard things, to be sure, but I don't really know anything about them. Is it true that some of our guildmates were killed? Oh, how horrible! Some say that Traven is misusing the power of the Archmage's position to further his personal agendas. Revenant, you say? And it represents something in the heavens? It sounds familiar. Let me think. Ah, yes, now I remember. Falcar was here some time ago asking about just such a thing. Said it was for research. He had a large sheaf of notes with him about it. I'm afraid I didn't have any more advice for him than I do for you. With the Ori in such a state of disrepair, I have no point of reference. Falcar did leave this behind. I think it fell from his notes as he left. I didn't pay it much attention, but perhaps it will be of use to you.
Perhaps.
Bye.
Bye.
Any friend of Martin's is a friend of mine. How can I help you?
It's a lot of talking this episode.
So, Falcar expressed interest in this revenant as well, and left this note behind, did he? Perhaps we should look into it for more clues. This lists several locations. The first is the Dark Fissure, which I recognize. It's a cave in the mountains, south of Cheydinhal. If there is indeed an altar there, as the note suggests, I believe this cave is directly related to the contents of the book. Go to the Dark Fissure the next time this shade occurs. Search for any connection to what we've learned, and report back. Please, be careful. Anything you find is of no use to us if you do not survive. I believe we are dealing with powerful forces here. Do not put yourself in harm's way if it can be avoided. Be careful.
Greetings, Guild.
Before the next time the shared revenant occurs, you should be on the lookout for a heavenly knights mentioned in the necromancer's. Oh, I already discovered it. Be on the lookout for heavenly lights. While I'm here. I'm very confused.
Hello? Who's there?
Well, this is confusing. best tactic for using that if you have PC.
What do you say, pal?
Pal. I am pal.
Greetings, Conjurer.
Have you been to the Dark Fissure yet? We need to know all we can about the necromancers. So you saw them? The altars must be infused with some kind of power to change over the soul gems. I shall pass the news on to the council. Most troubling indeed to know that these are not merely myths. I also fear their numbers may be greater than we believed. You have again performed admirably. You have my thanks, and that of the council as well. You are Conjurer no more. Guild members shall now address you as Magician. Congratulations.
Oh my god, I went from conjurer to magician. I went from a big, powerful conjurer to I can now do shitty fucking prom after parties and kids' birthday parties. Magician. I'm a magician now.
Seek out Archmage Traven. He has personally requested that you see him for your next assignment.
Oh no.
Goodbye. Hello, Guild.
Greetings. It is high time that we met face to face, don't you think? Raminus has told me good things about you.
Oh, yeah?
You have advanced quickly and show great promise. I now intend to put your talents to a more direct test. I have a difficult task that you can, perhaps, assist with. Are you prepared to begin? Very good. Let me explain what is at stake. The Council of Mages has been aware of the increased necromancer activity in Cyrodiil for some time. It had been our position to sit back and watch what unfolded, but that time has clearly passed. We cannot tolerate these attacks on the Guild. Most of our information on the necromancers has come from an informant inside the cult itself, a Guild member who offered to infiltrate their ranks.
Sketchy.
Yes, and we have for quite some time. Though the information he has provided is limited, it has given us a sense of their scope and power. The Council was initially reluctant to believe the information was reliable, but with recent events they have little choice but to trust it. I fear that our informant is in danger, and that is why I have called you here. Mucianus Elias. He is not a council member, but has long served the Guild here at the Arcane University. Aware of the growing interest in the Guild after the ban on necromancy was put into place, he offered to help the Council track the cult's actions. With my blessing, he infiltrated the group, and has fed us information for quite some time, until recently. I have not heard from him, and I fear for his safety. The lack of reports from Mucianus has disturbed the Council, and they are now concerned about the legitimacy of his information. A group of battle mages were dispatched to Mucianus's last known location with the intent of bringing him in for questioning. I argued against it, but eventually agreed to maintain order in the Council. I regret that decision, and that is why I wish to send you there. I fear the battle mages may mistreat Mucianus if they do not mistake him for one of the many necromancers no doubt present in the ruins. I wish for you to find Mucianus and ensure his safe return to the Arcane University. I do not want anything to go wrong.
Yep.
Please, hurry. The battle mages will arrive there soon, if they have not already, and time is of the essence. If, for any reason, they are unsuccessful, Mucianus's life will be in forfeit. You must make sure he is safe. Go now, and bring word to me as soon as he has been escorted to safety. Mucianus last reported being sent to the ruins of Nenyon Twill, south of the Imperial City. That is where the battle mages went. South of the White Rose River, nearly halfway to the border of elsewhere. I'm afraid I know nothing more about the location or what you may expect to find once you arrive. Thank you. Know that I would not ask such a thing of you if I did not feel it was urgent, or that it was beyond your capabilities. I shall await your return. Nenyon Twill awaits you. Return with Mucianus as quickly as possible, so I may settle the Council's fears.
What's the news from the other pole?
There's an inn right down the road from this, and that's pretty funny. Oh. Got him.
You! What are you doing here?
I was sent here. Who are you?
Has the council gone mad, sending you here alone? There's no time. The others, they were waiting for us. They knew we were coming. I'm the only one left. The necromancers retreated further in, but we've got to follow them. There's no time to waste. Follow me.
Alright, man, we'll follow you. You know the way to go. You got this, man. Oh, man, I knew that was coming, but... Oh, my God. This shit like this what makes me love this game. Fifth Regar, the only surviving battle mage, is dead. I need to continue on my own onto the ruins to find music alias.
Who's there? This is the part where you fall down and to death. Your presence here will not be tolerated.
Got him. Elven Mage.
Die!
Oh, you poor dear. I'm afraid you're late to the party. The guest of honor has already left. And I do hate to disappoint you, but Mucianus is in no condition to be leaving. He's a worm thrall now, and shall be quite content here. A grim fate indeed. But one does not cross the Order of the Black Worm without suffering greatly for it. I shall tell the master that you were here looking for him. Perhaps I'll bring him your head as an offering.
You'll never take me down.
Forgot to read that. I found Music Alias. He has been transformed to some kind of walking dead. There's nothing I can do for him. I should report to Hannibal. I could put him out of his misery. That's what I can do.
What news of your task? Your face looks grim.
Oh, I'm so grim.
What? By the 9, and there was nothing you could do for him? What a horrible fate. I cannot imagine how they could do that to him. So many lives lost. I thank you for trying to save him. Farewell.
And I think we'll wrap it up here. I'll see you in episode 36 of Oblivion.